Hello girls, gays, and non-binary babes. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome to number 5, I believe, or the 5th installment of female book recommendations. I am super excited about this. I haven't been reading like a ton of sapphic books lately just because I'm more into horror and there's just a lot less romance in general when it comes to horror books, so that is why. But I have read some really great female or books with female romances, so I would like to share them with you and I'm very excited to do so. So I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, without any further ado, we will jump right on into it. So the first section of books I have to recommend are going to be young adult. I have 3 young adult and then the rest will be adult. So do with that information what you will. But we're gonna start with A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. This is a dark academia that follows our main character, who is going to this private boarding school where there is a new girl this year, and this new girl is a really already famous author. Like, I believe the girls are like 17. She's already this pretty famous popular author, and she's working on her second book during the span of this story. So our main character feels this draw to her, is really interested in her, and she also lost her best friend in an accident the year before. So all this ties together to create this really amazing story with a really great twist. And if you like dark academia and you like a good female romance, then I would suggest this one. The next book I want to talk about is one that I read a while ago, like when it first came out, so it's not really fresh in my mind, but that is This Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron. This is the same author who wrote Cinderella is Dead. Cinderella is Not Dead. I can't remember. Anyway, this book I just love. It is right up my alley. It is everything I've ever wanted from a book, and I really loved it, even though it is YA and I read it not a long time ago, but at the point in my life where I was kind of moving away from YA, so I think it's a big deal that I did love this as much as I did. It's just my favorite thing ever. The romance is really cute. I really liked it, and I still have yet to read the second book, but when I do, I'm sure the romance is gonna get even better. So yeah, if you don't know what it's about a girl who inherits this house from her aunt, I believe, and she goes to this house. There's like a weird kind of garden and a weird like apothecary kind of thing in the house, and strange things are happening. So it's very good, very creepy, and very sapphic. So yeah. The next book I want to talk about is the final YA. This one I did not love as much, but someone else's, I don't want to say trash, but something I didn't like might be one of your guys' favorites, so I do want to talk about it nonetheless. And that is My Dearest Darkest by Kayla Coddington. So this book is, I think I gave it 3 stars, so I did really like it, but again, at a time when I was kind of veering out of YA, so not really my jam anymore. But this one follows a girl who is going to, I believe it's like another like elite boarding school of some sort. And the year before this year that is taking place in the book, her parents were killed in this car crash that she was in. And weird things have been happening ever since. Like, her hair, I think, grows in white or something like that. And strange things are happening. And I guess I'll just leave it at that for now. But yeah, this one is sapphic. It's really good, and I did like it. If you do like YA, you'll probably love it. But for what it was, I did like it. So yeah. Now to get into the adult, I'm super excited to talk about these ones. So I'll talk about the ones I have first. Oh my gosh, if I can grab them. So first, I want to talk about everybody's favorite book, A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. So this one is not necessarily exclusively female. The characters in this book are polyamorous, so there are 2 men and 2 women, I believe, but I think it counts because 2 of the characters are in a female relationship. I don't know, sapphic relationship. Anyway, this is a Dracula retelling. It kind of follows Dracula's wives and husband. Mainly just Dracula's one wife, like the first wife he had. And it's very dark and very smutty for me. I think I don't like a lot of smut in my books, so for me it was smutty. But yeah, I think it's really good. It's really good anti-romance. It's romantic between like the other 3 spouses, and not necessarily with like the main guy, like the Dracula-esque character. Just know that. But I do really like it, and it is female technically, and it's a really popular one, so yeah. Okay, next I have a bit of an oddball, but that is Paradise Rot by Jenny Hval. This is a short little book. It's very weird, very disturbing, very odd. So I loved it. Needless to say. This one is about a girl who is traveling to, I think, England to study abroad. And well, she's not from like the US. She's Norwegian, I think. And she's traveling to England to study abroad. And she ends up getting this roommate in this building that used to be like an industrial warehouse kind of thing. Very weird vibes. Roommate's really weird, and weird things start happening. So like all of her senses are kind of enhanced, and it's just very weird. There's a lot of discussion on urine in this video, or in this book, and you can definitely like smell this book. It's very interesting. So if you want to be grossed out, maybe check this one out. But it is very good, and I did really like it. Next, I have another dark academia, and that is Jawbone by Monica Ojeda. This is translated by Sarah Booker. So this was originally written in Spanish, I believe, and this was so good. So this kind of follows 2 perspectives. One is a teacher at the school who she likes to like pretend to be her dead mother. So already weird vibes. And the other perspective is a student who is leading this like popular, like cult of popular girls basically. And there's like this mystery kind of thing. It's very weird, very dark, very sapphic, and very twisted. But it's very good, and I highly recommend it. The translation is wonderful. I think Sarah Book is a really good translator. I also read another one of her translations. I can't remember what it was, but very good. Highly recommend this one as well. The next one I have to talk about is Stay and Fight by Madeline Finch. So this one is a bunch of perspectives put together in this book, but essentially it is about this woman who runs away from her ex-boyfriend and goes to stay on this commune that is only women. Like, only women are allowed to be there. If, you know, one of the women gets pregnant and has a baby boy, they have like, I think like 3 years or something to, they have until he's 3 to leave. So girls only. Naturally, the people she takes up with are lesbians, and it's kind of like a homesteading kind of situation, and it talks a lot about like pipelines and stuff. It's very hippie kind of book, but not like, I don't know, the idea that you have of hippies. It's a very leftist book, I would say. And it was really interesting to read, really fascinating, and really entertaining, and I really liked it. And I think this one also shows, even though it is a female-female romance, that not everything is all happy and fun and all that. So yeah, I really liked it, and I want to recommend it to you because I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. And the final book I have to talk about is probably my favorite on this list, one of them. That is Sirens and Muses. I cannot remember the name of the author, but I picked this up on a whim at my library because I really love covers like this one, like painting-esque things, and I didn't know if I'd necessarily like the story, but I was willing to give it a try, and I'm really glad I did. I did not even know this was sapphic going into it, but I was pleasantly surprised that it was. And this one is about a girl who is going to an art school, and it's about creating art, and I don't really know how else to explain it, but she falls in love with her roommate and they create art together. It's so beautiful. This is probably one of my most favorite female romances that I have ever read. It was just so sweet and beautiful, and I just absolutely loved it. So if you pick up any of these books, I'd recommend this one. It's absolutely fantastic, and you get to add another beautiful cover to your shelf, so who doesn't want that? But yeah, this one's just absolutely gorgeous, and I highly recommend it. And that is going to be it for this video. Those are all my recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't seen any of my other ones, maybe go check them out. They will be titled similarly. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave your favorite female book down below. I always want more recommendations. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.